Hey everyone, it's Tdawg here with Tdawg Trading. Thanks for making me part of your day. I really appreciate the support. Today's video, I have a live options trade. It's actually my very first trade in my TD Ameritrade cash account. This is actually my first time to ever trade options in TD Ameritrade. So this is a live recap, and so you're going to be able to see my live interactions and kind of what happened. I actually had some quite interesting circumstances take place on the trade. Got into the position and couldn't find my position, and so anyway, so it's an interesting video, so I hope you enjoy it, and let's get on to it. Okay, welcome. This is Friday morning. I'm looking at the SPY. You know, as you can see, there's a really nice kind of trend line kind of going this way. We've got higher highs, or you get the highest high here. You know, we got lower highs here. We've got lower highs here. We've got lower highs here. So I've got two thoughts. I'm sitting here kind of watching. I'm watching kind of what what it's doing to see. Is it possible that it's going to come up and break? If it breaks right up here, at 396.30, give or take, then then it's obviously not trending downward the way that or continuing to trending down the way I was expecting it to. Honestly, if it gets below this point, I would, my anticipation is, or the goal is to anticipate this break, for the big move downward to get below 395. So right now I'm looking at the July 25th expiries. I'm looking at the 395 puts. So right now, with it being above 395, that's just right outside of the money. And that's what I'm looking at. I've kind of done my math. I feel like I'm comfortable doing eight contracts. And so that's what I'm currently looking at. So as you can see here, I have the 2-minute chart for the actual puts themselves. So this is the 395 July 25th expiries. This is the 2-minute directly on the SPY. This is the 1 minute on the SPY, and this is the 5 minute on the SPY. And obviously I have my level 2 for both the stock and for the contracts that I'm looking at. And then of course I have my active trader screen sitting here, or at least the top section of it. So right now I'm looking for an opportunity to get into position. All right, I went ahead and did a market order to buy. I ended up getting an average of 197 fill. Now watch my, you can't really see right now. In fact, I'm going to turn the video camera off, but watch my face here. This is the live. This is what I'm doing kind of live. I'm wondering where the heck are the positions? Where am I at? You can see the confusion on my face. This was, I'm not going to say it was a mistake, but it definitely was something that I wasn't really prepared for. So I'm looking on a different screen. I look at the trade window, and then I finally find the monitor window, which obviously shows me what my current position was. So that's actually what told me, that I ended up getting filled at 197. So right now we're sitting at 209. So, and obviously, as you can kind of see, it is coming down as I expected. So we got a good fill at 197. I thought I didn't feel uncomfortable about that. But again, a little freaked out that didn't understand what it was, what it was that was preventing me from being able to see the positions here. And in hindsight, or, after doing more research on YouTube, that's one of the things that, I don't know if it's something they're planning on fixing, but it's definitely something that, that I was contemplating. So anyway, I just thought that was pretty interesting. And something that I wanted to make sure you kind of got an idea as to what was happening and what was kind of going on here. So I'm feeling good. Right now we're at 205. Down to $2 is what we're currently doing. I believe this is about as low as it gets. I really do. I think this 199, and then we start getting the SPY ends up breaking down, and of course, once I get that break of 395, I'm feeling really good. I did, my initial, obviously, I would sell market if it fell, um, pretty low, but I think I made the decision. As you can see, I changed the quantity of contracts to two, and so my plan is to really kind of scale out. So that's the goal. There we go. Took two contracts off at about the really, I guess it's about the 17%. So right now I'm at a 17% gain at 30. Um, I've got six contracts left. Again, feeling good about the trade. There's no anxiety at this point. I mean, there was a little bit of anxiety after I realized I couldn't see my position, but again, we're in a good position on this trade. Um, and so never had anxiety about the trade itself. Again, the goal is again, this could reverse really fast. So I'm definitely in the mindset of wanting to make sure that I take profit as I go. There we go. I took two more contracts off the table. They're right around the 233 mark. I've got four contracts left, so I've got half my position left. I'm contemplating where I want my stop to be so that I don't, again, I want to keep all the, where I'm at. I don't want to give it too much more room. So here I am. I had a limit order. Yep, right around 264. We're currently at 253 here on the level two. So I'm hoping to take two more off the table there at 264. Gets really close. Gets really, really close. Worried about this pullback. So now I'm contemplating where. So right now I'm sitting there thinking, all right, I'm going to give this down to 240. Give it a little bit of breathing room. Actually, I think I was willing to let it go down to 235. Again, 235 was still about 17, 18%. I think on an options trade, anything in the 10 to 20% range, you got to feel pretty good about. All right, want to push through. Take two off the table here. Come on, one more. We're sitting on the ask. We're sitting on the ask. There we go. We get two off the table. So that was really nice. Felt good. So this is where I believe I made the mistake of I really think I should have gave this more room. Set my stop maybe at 235 and then let it go a little bit further. Just let it, see how much more momentum it had to the downside. I mean, it really did have some good momentum. But again, this was my first options trade. At this point, I could have just take the rest off the table right now. No FOMO whatsoever. Felt really good about this trade. In fact, I'm gonna turn it back over to my real self, real time. So looks like I took a position here at 197 for the break, right? Essentially, I kind of took this break right around 197. I took eight contracts, um, and ended up with a $422 winner. Um, Again, I think that's and there are a lot of things went wrong in this trade. Not the trade itself. I think the trade was a good. It was a good play, good setup. Based on everything that was going on, I took the July 25th expiries instead of the July 22nd, just to be able to, unsure of how late I was going to hold this. Um, I just I don't know. I didn't really know how low it was going to go. I figured it was going to go a little bit lower. So anyway, I took the July 25th expiries. Um, And again, only took 8 contracts. And again, got out, basically 2 contracts at a time. Um, you know, never felt bad about it. Never, I don't even think I was ever at any risk of I was never in the really in the red. That here on TD, it's been a long time since I've traded TD, and I've never traded options on TD Ameritrade. Wow, look at it, still going. It's still SPY is still coming down. I guess I left a little on the table, but I'm not. No FOMO here. I really felt I did. Felt I played this option pretty well. I could have left 2 on, and in fact, in hindsight, that's kind of what I'm going to do. Is I'm gonna leave, likely a quarter of my position on, and let it go and put a stop on. And it does seem to be pretty easy to put the stops in the ladder for it to work. Everything felt good except for the fact that I couldn't see my position. I had to open up my trade screen on the other side to be able to kind of see where I was at. But anyway, 8 contracts, $422. Again, right now I've made the decision to focus more on large caps and likely more on the option side than the equity share side. So again, just kind of slowing things down. I was a little too aggressive and had a lot of things kind of happen. I got a lot of things happening in my real life. So, I have less to risk. I have less risk, and I felt that I've been paper trading options and different strategies for a while, and I think that's been part of my challenge over the last month is that I've spread my focus into too many different things, and I think that's hurt me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, definitely subscribe, and my goal is to put more things out there. So anyway, y'all take care.